Your attitude is the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built. It's the lens through which you see the world, and it determines how you respond to the events that unfold in your life. Imagine for a moment waking up in the morning with the mindset that today is an opportunity, a chance to grow, to learn, and to move closer to your goals. When you start your day with a positive attitude, you're already setting yourself up for success. But what happens when you wake up with a negative mindset? Maybe you feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or just not in the mood to take on the world. The reality is the way you approach your day will have a massive impact on the way your day unfolds. You can't control every external event, but you absolutely have control over your attitude toward those events. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned. We've all been there. A setback, an unexpected challenge, or even just a rough day at work. But let me ask you, how does a negative attitude help you in those moments? Does it solve the problem? Does it move you forward? Absolutely not. In fact, it keeps you stuck, feeding your doubts and fears, convincing you that success is out of reach. Now think about this. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to rise above adversity? No matter how tough the situation gets, it's because they've chosen a positive attitude, not as a reaction to their circumstances, but as a decision to overcome them. When you choose to look at challenges as opportunities to grow, you unlock the power within you to face anything life throws your way. The truth is, your attitude is a choice you make every single day. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday or even how you felt in the past. What matters is how you choose to respond today. You can't change the past, but you can change how you approach the present and future. The best part, you have this power every day and every moment. Let's take a moment and consider how your attitude shapes your actions. When you approach a problem with a positive outlook, you're more likely to take initiative and find a solution. You might not have all the answers, but with the right attitude, you'll be motivated to take the first step, ask questions, and keep moving forward until you find the solution. On the other hand, when you approach a problem with negativity, you may feel defeated before you even try. That negative attitude creates a mental block that can stop you from making progress even when a solution is right in front of you. When you adopt a positive attitude, you also start to attract positive outcomes. It's like a law of attraction. You get back what you put out. Positive energy, optimism, and belief in your own abilities tend to bring more opportunities, more success, and more people who are also positive and supportive. People are drawn to those who radiate hope, enthusiasm, and belief in their potential. And when people are drawn to you, they open doors for you, provide opportunities, and contribute to your growth. But here's the catch. Positivity doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect or ignoring life's difficulties. It's about accepting that challenges will come, but not letting them define your path. It's about facing difficulties with a mindset that says, this is tough, but I can handle it. I will find a way through. It's about believing that you can grow from every experience, that even setbacks are stepping stones toward your success. When you understand that your attitude shapes not only your actions but also your outcomes, you begin to see the power of choice. You can choose to be the person who perseveres in the face of adversity, who pushes through setbacks with a smile and a positive outlook. You can choose to be the person who lifts others up, who inspires them with your energy and optimism. Every challenge is an opportunity to get better, to refine your approach, and to prove to yourself just how capable you are. It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about how you respond to them. If you face a challenge with the belief that you can overcome it, that you are capable of learning and adapting, then you've already taken the first step towards success. The only way to fail is to give up. And as long as you keep going, keep learning, and keep growing, you'll always find a way through it. So, the next time life presents a challenge, remember, it's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's a chance for you to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. Don't let challenges hold you back. Let them propel you forward. Keep moving, keep growing, and let every challenge become an opportunity to create the life you truly want, because in the end, you'll look back and realize that the challenges were never there to stop you. They were there to make you unstoppable. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even the world for your situation. It's easy to point fingers when things aren't going your way. But when you choose to take full responsibility for your life, you reclaim your power and start moving forward. Responsibility means that you no longer let external factors dictate your actions or outcome. It means recognizing that you have control over your choices, your actions, and your mindset. You are the one who gets to decide how you respond to the world around you. No matter what happens, you have the ability to choose your reaction, to choose what you focus on, and to choose where you go from here. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim. You stop waiting for things to change on their own or for someone else to come and rescue you. Instead, you realize that the only way to create the life you want is by taking action, even if it's just small steps at a time. By taking responsibility, you make a promise to yourself that you will not wait for perfect conditions. You will work with what you have, do the best you can, and improve as you go. Taking responsibility also means acknowledging your mistakes, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones to greater success. It's about understanding that failure is not the end of the road, but rather a lesson along the way. When you accept responsibility for your actions, you are no longer defined by your failures. Instead, you can use them as tools to grow and move forward. A powerful part of responsibility is owning your decisions. It's easy to second-guess yourself or blame others for the choices you've made. But when you take full ownership of your decisions, you empower yourself. You learn to trust yourself, knowing that you are capable of making the right choices and course correcting when necessary. No one else is responsible for your happiness, your growth, or your success. It all begins with you. As you take responsibility, you also stop waiting for someone or something to change in order to make progress. You become proactive rather than reactive. Whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, you realize that you have the power to make the changes you desire. You stop waiting for the right moment or the right circumstances because you understand that the right moment is now. The best time to act is always today. Another powerful part of taking responsibility is recognizing the impact of your actions on others. When you take responsibility for your life, you begin to realize that your decisions don't just affect you. They affect those around you. Whether it's your family, your colleagues, or your community, the way you live your life sends a message. When you take responsibility, you show others that they too can take charge of their lives and create the change they desire. The beauty of responsibility is that it gives you the freedom to choose your future. You are no longer at the mercy of external forces. You are in the driver's seat. No matter where you are today or how far you feel you have to go, taking responsibility means that the power to create change lies within you. So take ownership of your life. Own your choices, your actions, and your journey. When you do, you will realize that you have the power to shape your future and create the life you've always dreamed of. Because in the end, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to what happens. And when you take responsibility, you take control of your destiny. Setting goals is one of the most important things you can do to create the life you want. Without goals, you're essentially drifting through life, reacting to things as they come instead of actively shaping your own path. Goals give you direction, purpose, and something to strive for. They give your life a clear focus and ensure that every step you take moves you closer to your vision of success. When you set goals, you are making a commitment to yourself. You are saying, I am willing to work for what I want. I believe I am capable, and I'm ready to take the steps needed to achieve it. But setting goals isn't just about writing down what you want. It's about creating a roadmap for how you'll get there. It's about breaking down big dreams into small, actionable steps that will gradually lead to the results you desire. The first step to effective goal setting is to be clear about what you want. Too often people set vague goals like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. While these are great desires, they lack clarity. Success and happiness mean different things to different people. So it's essential to define what they specifically mean for you. Ask yourself, what does success look like for me? What does happiness mean to me? When you get clear on what you truly want, you give yourself something tangible to work toward. Once you've defined your goals, it's time to break them down into smaller, achievable steps. Think of a goal as a mountain you want to climb. You wouldn't try to scale it all in one go. You take it step by step, focusing on the next small section, then the next, and so on. Each small step you take gets you closer to the summit. Similarly, when you break your goals down into manageable tasks, you avoid feeling overwhelmed and give yourself clear markers of progress along the way. But goals aren't just about the destination, they're about the journey as well. While it's important to have an end goal in mind, the process of achieving it is just as valuable. It's during the pursuit of your goals that you'll learn new skills, discover strengths you didn't know you had, and grow in ways that will shape your future success. The goal is not just the achievement itself, but the person you become in the process. A crucial part of setting goals is making sure they are specific, measurable, and realistic. A goal like, I want to be healthy, is admirable, but it's not actionable. How will you measure your progress? What does healthy really mean? On the other hand, setting a goal like, I will exercise for 30 minutes every day for the next month, is specific, measurable, and something you can track. This kind of clarity helps you stay on course and allows you to celebrate your small victories along the way. Another important aspect of goal setting is staying flexible. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. You might face obstacles, setbacks, or unexpected detours. But remember, just because the road isn't straight doesn't mean you failed. Be willing to adjust your approach, reevaluate your goals, and stay committed to your vision. Flexibility allows you to adapt while still keeping your eyes on the prize. The power of setting goals is that they give you something to strive for, something to keep you focused and motivated. When you have clear goals, you know where you're going and why you're working hard every day. They create momentum and keep you moving forward, even on days when things are tough. Ultimately, your goals are a reflection of who you are and what you're capable of achieving. When you set them, you're not just charting a path of success, you're investing in your future. So, take the time to set your goals, write them down, break them into small steps, and keep moving forward with determination, knowing that every step brings you closer to the life you want to create. The act of setting goals is one of the most powerful tools you have to shape your destiny. Now go ahead, set your goals, and start the journey to making them a reality. Consistency is one of the most vital ingredients in achieving success. It's not the big bursts of energy or the moments of intense focus that will bring you the results you're after. It's the steady, consistent effort you put in day after day. Think about it. Whether you're working toward a personal goal, advancing in your career, or building better habits, it's the small, consistent actions that compound over time and lead to the significant transformation you desire. Many people think success happens overnight, but the reality is it's the daily commitment to your goals that leads to lasting change. Success isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about the habits you form along the way, the effort you put in when no one is watching, and the persistence you show when things don't seem to be going your way. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work, no matter how small, each and every day. One of the reasons consistency is so powerful is because it builds momentum. When you stick with something over time, even if you don't see immediate results, you're gradually building momentum. That momentum keeps you moving forward even when the excitement of starting something new begins to fade. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill. At first it seems hard and slow, but as you keep pushing, the boulder starts to move with less effort. The same principle applies to your goals and dreams. At first, you may not see much progress, but every small effort you make is contributing to that momentum, and before long it becomes easier to keep moving forward. Consistency also fosters discipline. When you commit to doing something every day, no matter how small, you're building the muscle of self-discipline. Each time you push through the temptation to procrastinate or give up, you're strengthening your ability to stay focused and committed. Discipline is what keeps you on track, even when the initial excitement wears off. It's what helps you keep going when the road gets tough or when the results aren't immediate. The more consistent you are, the stronger your discipline becomes, and the more you're able to stick with your goals and stay focused on the bigger picture. But consistency isn't just about showing up. It's about showing up with intention and purpose. Being consistent means that you're not just going through the motions, but that you're taking deliberate actions that move you closer to your goals. Whether it's making a small improvement every day, putting in the work when it's not convenient, or choosing to stay focused even when distractions are all around you, being intentional with your efforts multiplies the power of consistency. Every small action repeated consistently builds on itself and takes you one step closer to the person you want to become. One of the most important things to remember about consistency is that it doesn't require perfection. It's not about getting everything right every time or being flawless in your execution. The key is to keep showing up and putting in the effort even when things aren't perfect. Perfection can be paralyzing, and the fear of not being perfect can stop us from taking action altogether. But when you let go of the need to be perfect and focus on the process of consistently improving, you give yourself the freedom to make mistakes and learn along the way. Consistency also builds confidence. As you show up and do the work, even when it's tough, you start to believe in your ability to achieve your goals. Each small step you take builds your self-belief, and before long you realize that what once seemed impossible is now within reach. The more consistent you are, the more you see that progress is being made, and that fuels your motivation to keep going. It's important to note that consistency doesn't mean being rigid or overly strict with yourself. Life happens, and sometimes things won't go according to plan. The key is to get back on track when setbacks occur, to stay committed even when things don't go perfectly. If you miss a workout, skip a task, or fall behind on a project, don't let it discourage you. Recognize it as part of the journey and recommit to your consistency the next day. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. So, embrace consistency in your journey. It's not always glamorous, and it may not always give you instant results, but it's the secret behind every successful person's progress. Success is built on the foundation of daily effort, of small, consistent actions that, over time, create massive change. Don't be discouraged by slow progress. Be encouraged by the fact that you're moving forward. And remember, it's not about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do consistently that shapes your future. Stay committed, keep showing up, and make consistency your ally in the pursuit of your dreams. Because with each small, consistent step you take, you're creating a future you can be proud of. Investing in yourself is one of the most important decisions you can make, and it's something that will pay off in ways you might not even be able to fully comprehend right now. When you choose to invest in yourself, you are acknowledging that your personal growth, your skills, and your well-being are the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built. This investment isn't just about money, it's about time, energy, and effort that you dedicate to becoming the best version of yourself. It's about giving yourself the tools, knowledge, and self-care necessary to thrive in all areas of your life. Too often, we prioritize other things, work, responsibilities, even the needs of others, leaving little time or attention for our own growth. It's easy to believe that there will always be time later to focus on ourselves, that we can put off learning something new, taking care of our health, or strengthening our mental well-being. But the truth is, if you don't prioritize yourself, if you don't actively invest in your development, you're holding yourself back from achieving the full potential you have within you. The first step in investing in yourself is recognizing that you are worth the effort. You are your greatest asset, and if you're not willing to dedicate time and energy to your own growth, then how can you expect to grow in any other area of your life? Personal development is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And the best part is, when you invest in yourself, you not only improve your own life, but also the lives of those around you. The more you grow, the more you have to offer to your family, your career, and your community. One of the most powerful ways to invest in yourself is through continuous learning. Whether it's picking up a new skill, reading books, taking a course, or seeking out new experiences, every opportunity for learning enriches your life. Knowledge is a tool that helps you navigate challenges, make better decisions, and unlock opportunities you might not have seen before. It's an investment that yields long-term returns. By investing in learning, you keep your mind sharp, expand your potential, and remain adaptable in a constantly changing world. But learning isn't just about gaining new skills, it's also about developing a growth mindset. When you adopt the belief that you are always capable of learning and improving, you open the door to endless possibilities. A growth mindset means that you don't see failure as the end, but as a part of the learning process. You're willing to try, to fail, to learn, and to try again, always moving forward. This mindset is what allows you to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to refine and strengthen yourself. Investing in yourself also means taking care of your physical and mental well-being. Without good health, it's nearly impossible to enjoy the success you're working for. Exercise, eating well, and getting enough rest are all fundamental components of taking care of your body, but it's also essential to nurture your mind. Mental well-being is just as important as physical health. Practicing mindfulness, managing stress, and taking time to reflect are all part of a healthy, balanced life. When you feel good physically and mentally, you're more energized, more focused, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Another key aspect of investing in yourself is building relationships that support your growth. The people you surround yourself with play a crucial role in your development. You become like the people you spend the most time with, so it's important to be intentional about the relationships you nurture. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to grow. Strong relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and a shared commitment to growth. When you invest in these kinds of relationships, you create a positive environment where you can thrive. Investing in yourself also requires setting boundaries and learning to say no when necessary. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the demands of others, but when you don't protect your time and energy, you're less able to focus on what truly matters to you. Saying no to things that don't align with your goals or values allows you to say yes to the things that will move you forward. Your time is one of your most valuable resources, so it's crucial to invest it wisely. Perhaps the most significant way to invest in yourself is by building self-confidence. When you believe in your abilities and trust in your potential, you empower yourself to take risks, pursue your dreams, and handle challenges with resilience. Confidence is not something that comes overnight. It's built through consistent effort, positive self-talk, and taking action despite fear. By consistently pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and acknowledging your progress, you build a sense of self-assurance that propels you forward. Investing in yourself is not a one-time thing. It's a lifelong commitment. The more you invest, the more you grow, and the more opportunities you create for yourself. You are constantly evolving, and every step you take to improve yourself compounds over time. As you invest in your personal development, you begin to see the results in every aspect of your life, your career, your relationships, your health, and your happiness. When you invest in yourself, you are investing in a future full of possibilities. You become stronger, more capable, and more prepared to face whatever comes your way. The greatest investment you can make is in your own growth and well-being, because it is the key to unlocking a life of fulfillment, success, and purpose. So take that first step today and continue investing in yourself each and every day. Your future self will thank you. In conclusion, remember that personal development is a journey, not a destination. It's about facing challenges with resilience, taking responsibility for your actions, setting clear goals, staying consistent, and continuously investing in yourself. Every step you take, no matter how small, contributes to your growth and brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Life is full of opportunities, and by embracing personal development, you are unlocking the power to shape your future and achieve the success you truly desire. Good luck on your journey. Stay committed, keep learning, and always believe in your potential. Thank you for your time, and remember, the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. Keep moving forward, and may success be yours in every endeavor you pursue.